Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and sometimes I get asked the question, which type of people, what type of claimants are most likely to win in a disability case? And of course we could talk about medical issues and so forth, but big picture I will tell you that if you're over the age of 50, if you have a long work history, and if you have some sort of a documented impairment, something that can be evaluated with an MRI or a CT, nerve conduction study, something like that, you have a much better chance than the average population of winning. And there's a number of reasons for that. First of all, if you have a physical injury and you're over 50, it's very possible the grid rules apply. And the grid rules, as I've discussed elsewhere, are a series of rules that say you are disabled even if you have some capacity to work, because they recognize that people over age 50 are going to have a more difficult time getting an entry-level type of job. So I think, first of all, just by being over 50, the grid rules apply. They don't apply if you're under 50 generally, except for one very rare situation. So you have an additional theory of disability to use if you're over 50. So that's number one. And I think the second thing would be, just in general, judges, in my experience, realize that people over age 50 are going to have a more difficult time getting a new job, entry-level type of job. So even if the grid rules don't apply, that whole concept that you're going to have a more difficult time is going to apply. And judges are more likely to give a person over age 50 the benefit of the doubt, especially if that person has a long, consistent work history. Because logically, the judge will probably conclude that you're not going to stop working when you're getting close to retirement age to sit at home for 2 years waiting for Social Security to hopefully make a favorable decision. And of course, a lot of people, when they're in their late 40s, early 50s, are starting to hit their peak earnings years. And so, again, you're not going to quit a job where you're making $60,000 or $70,000 a year to hopefully collect $2,000 a month from Social Security disability. So that's another reason why folks who are over age 50 with a long work history have a better shot at winning. So if you fall into that category, if you're over age 50, long work history, and you've got a documented impairment, and you're thinking that you're having a difficult time working and you've tried everything you possibly can, I would tell you it's worth considering applying for disability. I know it's difficult to sort of to see yourself as quote-unquote disabled, but realize that Social Security sort of has a built-in bias towards people who are over age 50, a long work history with a documented and something that can be measured in terms of the medical impairment. And those cases, and many times, you'll get the benefit of the doubt and win, even though somebody with similar impairments who's younger would not necessarily win. So if I can be of assistance to you, please reach out to me. And certainly if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube or Facebook and subscribe to our channels. I hope you found this useful, and if you have any questions or suggestions about future videos, please let me know.